Facebook Live was good.
Cool beans. I'm sorry, I'm completely elsewhere in Facebook land. Are we live on Facebook? Because if we're live on Facebook, then I need to go make the video. Oh, what's going on with my signal?
Yours and mine too.
That's not good. Which means I also don't have. I don't see it. I don't see it.
The opinions expressed in this show do not reflect the views of WBND Studios or any associated affiliates. It's Ty and Cody.
What up, Facebook Live family and friends? Y'all know what it is. It's about that time of the day, of the evening. It is the Ty and Cody on Purpose show on WBND Radio. For those who are tuned in, we love you. We appreciate y'all. We getting ready to go live in like 2.5 seconds. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday. Even though I know most people dread Mondays, but happy Monday, everybody. It is the Ty and Cody on Purpose show, live on the air.
Live in studio, WBND.com.
.com.
Hadn't heard that one in a while.
Because, you used to get after me for saying it.
I kind of miss it, surprisingly.
She missed it. I think, y'all, that's her way of saying she missed me, even though I haven't gone nowhere. But we ain't seen each other all day because it's been a long work day for us both. I don't know. Why does it that Mondays just seem to drag out? Like, just, it's the start of a new week. You should, and it's funny because you should actually, be excited for Mondays. It's the start of a new week. It's the start of a new day. It's everything new. But we drag it and we're like, oh, it's Monday. Oh, woe is me. Yeah.
Then that means we're not doing what we love to do.
Exactly.
If we're dreading Mondays, typically that's what that means.
I need to have the same excitement my man Chris Davis Sr. got on Facebook. He said, let's go.
What up, Chris?
What up, Chris? What's going on, Anthony? We are in the building today. We are talking about second chances, part 2. So after we've gotten our second chance, what now? That's what we're talking about. Chris, matter of fact, you gave us this idea last week on the show. You were talking about, so now that you've gotten your second chance, what now? What are you going to do with that second chance? So that's what we're talking about today on WBNDradio.com and Facebook family. Don't forget, share the video with your friends, share the video with your family, because sharing is caring, y'all. You know how we do about this time. We got to give a shout out to our TuneIn family, our Facebook family, and our WBND Radio family. We are getting ready to get it in because we are live on the air. 803-692-6370 is the number here in the studio. Again, don't forget to share the video if you're on Facebook. So let's get it cracking because we have a lot of stuff to cover today. As I mentioned last week, this week's show is also again sponsored by Small Business Specifics. Yes, I said Small Business Specifics. Excuse me. Overwhelmed, spending too much time juggling the task of business ownership, such as posting to social media and invoicing instead of getting new customers? Then it's time to complement your team and get rid of complications. Outsource time-consuming tasks such as blog maintenance or newsletter creation without adding employee expenses. Call Small Business Specifics to customize your plan for getting out of the kitchen and back to your customers. Small Business Specifics is offering complimentary social media profile audits until the end of November. It's October, y'all, so y'all got like a month and a half until the end of November. Call Small Business Specifics today at 704-999-2896 or visit smallbusinessspecifics.com. Again, that's 704-999-2896 or visit smallbusinessspecifics.com. Giving a shout out to Small Business Specifics today, y'all. But let's go ahead and get into our marriage joke of the week.
Holla.
Yes. So I have to say, as I did last week, I didn't find this joke. So if it bombs, y'all can't blame me. But considering the fact that y'all laughed at last week's joke, and that was submitted by, I was getting ready to say a user again, a listener, this week's joke was also submitted by a listener. Again, if you all want to submit your marriage jokes for Marriage Joke of the Week, I'll be more than happy to go ahead and read your jokes online, so long as I don't have to edit them too much. And we usually try to keep the jokes somewhat about marriage and try to be funny. They can, I find the jokes funny, so
I do too.
Thank you, Mr. Entertainment.
When I get them.
When you get, because sometimes you're on a little slow side, bro.
Oh my
Listen, I be
goodness!
trying.
You said when you get them. That was funny. I'm sorry.
What's going on, Leon? Thank you for tuning in. Let's go. I call this one, or it was actually titled Porsche. Here we go. A 15-year-old came home with a Porsche, and his parents began to yell and scream, "Where did you get that car?" He calmly told them, "I bought it today." "With what money?" demanded his parents. "We know what a Porsche costs." "Well," said the boy, "this one cost me $15. The parents began to yell even louder. "Who would sell you a car like that for $15? They asked the boy. "It was the lady up the street." Said, "Don't know her name. They just moved in. She saw me ride past on my bike and asked me if I wanted to buy a Porsche for $15. "Oh my goodness," moaned the mother. "She must be a child abuser. Who knows what she'll do next? John, you go right up there and see what's going on." So the boy's father walked up the street to the house where the lady lived and found her out in the yard, calmly planting flowers. He introduced himself as the father of the boy whom she had just sold the Porsche to for $15 and demanded to know why she did it. "Well," she said, "this morning I got a phone call from my husband. I thought he was on a business trip, but I learned from a friend he's run off to Hawaii with his secretary. Then apparently she stole all of his money and stranded him there. Well, when he called me without a dollar to his name and asked me to sell his new Porsche and send him the money, so that's exactly what I did." Cody got the joke.
She is the real MVP because that is exactly what I would have done.
Cody got the joke before it was even over with. Meanwhile, Mr. Entertainment is sitting over here looking like, wait, do I need to go back and read the joke?
No, I'm trying to figure out if the little boy has dad's Porsche.
No. The little boy had the Porsche of the lady who live up the street's husband.
And the husband went away with her.
No, okay.
Mr. Entertainment, you cannot multitask during
I heard it. I was trying to
joke
get it.
segment.
Oh yeah, you're right. I need undivided attention. This ain't like you pick up and catch. Look at my wife sitting there with her crook neck over there.
This was a long one, so
it was
you had
pretty
to
long.
get it.
Okay, so recap. So the little boy was riding his bike up the street and saw a lady. She sold him a Porsche for $15. Parents freaked out. "Why you get this Porsche?"
Yes.
Sent the husband up the street and said, "Go find out why she sold your son this Porsche for $15. The lady explains, "My husband's off in Hawaii with his secretary cheating. The secretary stole all his money and he has no money left. Now he called me back and wanted me to sell his brand new Porsche so I can send him the money so he can get back home." Which he never said how much I need to sell the Porsche for. He just said, sell the car and send me the money. So she sold the car
for $15 and sent him the money.
Sent him $15.
Got you.
She's a real MVP. I like her. That's a smart lady.
He still has this look on his face like, I don't get the joke.
I'm going to get it later on.
You'll get it on the way home. You'll get it on the way home, Mr. Entertainment. Stats.
She just roll her eyes at me, too.
Stats. Mr. Entertainment is in here struggling today. It must be a long day.
It's a long Monday.
It is.
It's Monday.
It's a great day.
But it is a great day. Yes, it is. It is. Because while we are live on the air,
we are
in
live.
The studio. 803-692-6370. For those who, again, want to submit your marriage joke of the week, please do. You can submit them to coach@aplmcoaching.com. Again, that's coach@aplmcoaching.com. I have to admit, that was a good one, and I appreciated our listener for submitting that one. We had, so back-to-back 2 weeks, we've had listeners submit the marriage joke of the week.
Nice.
And I will say they have been
Great job.
pretty good jokes.
I got it now. The wife sold. Okay. It just hit me. That was good. Yes. She was like, since you want to go off, did I get it?
Yes.
With the secretary, I'm going to sell your car for $15.
Exactly.
For real. That's
Yeah, that was it.
All right, I just want to make sure. All right, it just
He's
hit me.
reaping good what he's sown.
Love it.
Let's move into our national days. Well, I got quite a few of them to go through. I won't go through all of them, but I guess there's some pretty interesting days for the month of October. I know I went over a couple of them last week, including National Domestic Violence Month, or Awareness Month. Not Domestic Violence Month, but Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. As well as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So those are each and every week throughout the month of October. As a matter of fact, there may be even one day this month where Ty and Cody may just wear pink in awareness, to support our breast cancer awareness people out there. Because I know we all know someone who has gone through that. But today, Cody, why does Cody always get the smart ones? Is National Dictionary Day.
Yeah, why do I always get the smart ones? What are you trying to say?
No, this is a studious, person.
No, you're not.
National Dictionary Day.
National Dictionary Day. We don't even use dictionaries anymore. Like when our kids come to us and be like, "Can you spell?" It's usually, "Why don't you Google it?" So is that the same as like using dictionary?
Google
and because before, remember, you had this encyclopedia, you had a whole stack of encyclopedias,
the Britannica and all that.
And then you had a dictionary, you had a kiddie dictionary, and then you had the big adult dictionary. So you was in elementary school, you go through the kiddie dictionary because you can easily find, words that were pertain to you at your level of reading. Mm-hmm. And then the older you got, you had that big, huge, it looked
Webster.
like exactly the big, huge Webster dictionary that looked like it was, but if you think about it, nowadays they add like 20 new words every year. So like how can you keep up with a book that like
in
that?
print?
Like Crunk and all those.
Right. Yeah. How can you keep up with something like that in print? So you have to kind of go to Google. But today is National Dictionary Day.
Come on, we have an appreciation for the dictionary.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all should challenge your kids to pick up a dictionary and see what they do with it. It's like picking up a map. See what they do with a map. They'll probably look at you like you crazy. Like, what is this thing?
Yeah, just like you say, go look in an encyclopedia. They'll be like, "Oh, who?
A who? Encyclopedia." Right, exactly. Like, go to a library.
I'll be like, yes,
what's a library? Exactly.
No, libraries are still in.
Yeah, so you can go use the internet for free.
Oh my god.
That's pretty much what the library
and
is for
to pick
nowadays.
up a book.
That's what it should be for.
I don't think they pick up books anymore. Every time I hear, I'm going to the library, use the internet.
See? Yeah, exactly. Most people go to the internet to use the internet. Today is actually, as well, National Bosses Day. I don't know how many people out there like celebrating their boss, but just in case you do, it is Bosses Day. On the 17th is Black Poetry Day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, on the 17th is tomorrow is Black Poetry Day. I don't know if y'all poet aficionados. Do you like poetry?
I got into poetry. Like I was starting to do a little poetry when I was 10 or 15 years younger. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of started, getting back into the rapping thing. But I think rapping and poetry is kind of similar. I don't want any poets to get mad, but I have somewhat of a poet vernacular.
Nice.
You got one on top of the dome right quick?
No.
Okay.
I did one on Black Lives Matter though, but I can't find it. It was so good. Yes, because what it was basically the concept of being in a black person's shoes, experiencing all these stereotype and negative connotation that was put on us. And I said something like, how would it make you feel if you walked down the street and somebody looked at you funny? How would it feel if you was playing Monopoly with somebody else's money? Stuff like that. So just a few words that I can remember off the top of my head.
Okay, we got a resident poet in the building. Resident poet in the building for Black Poetry Day. Yeah. Cody, you got no poetry?
No, I sing. That's all.
Hey, sing.
And I don't write that.
Oh, okay.
Other than those that I've done in private that you haven't even heard.
We keeping secrets now?
No, that's not a secret.
Then how come I haven't heard your poetry?
Because they were written before I ever knew you.
And I should know everything about you.
Yes, you should.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Speaking of National Cancer Awareness Month, on the 20th is National Mammography. How y'all pronounce this word? Y'all got me. Mammogram?
That's mammogram.
Mammogram.
Yeah.
That.
I don't know. Where is it?
It's yours is not. Yeah, Mammography Day. Am I saying that right? Mammography.
Go
get a mammogram.
Check the twins' day.
Google.
There you go.
Check the twins' day.
Listen,
Check the twins.
Check them out.
Yes, so go get checked out.
Yeah, I need to check y'all twins too.
Listen,
You got that right. But that's why we got women.
right.
I'm sorry.
No. Somebody messaged me and was like, testicular cancer awareness for men.
I never.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard
He
of
said put a
testicular
thumbs
cancer.
up,
I've
but
never
I-
heard one for an awareness day or a
Yeah.
month or anything like that. I mean, 'cause
It'll
I've heard
sneak up on you.
because most people talk about, especially when it comes to men, prostate cancer. But
Prostate,
you don't
yeah.
usually hear too many people talk about testicular cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all types of cancers.
All
we
the twins.
Gotta go get.
Male
I
and
had
female.
my doctors even text me. They start texting you now to come get your regular checkups.
For real?
Yeah, not
That's
even.
new.
Exactly. I was like, wait a
ain't get my
minute.
text yet.
I got texts people calling me.
My doctor must not be up to date. He old.
Yeah,
I don't
guess
think
so.
he texts. I think he left a voicemail.
So, Cody, let me ask you this question. I'm gonna put you on the spot for 2.5 seconds.
Uh-oh.
You're a woman of social media. Are you a part of the Yes, you are. The what's that? The Beards group on Facebook?
The Beards group.
I am not, but I've heard a lot about it. Women, hit me up. Send me that link. I need it.
No, don't do that. Because National No Beard Day is on the 18th. National No Beard Day. So if you're anything
that
like
all about?
me, I can't grow a beard. Okay, you know the phenomenon the past couple years of I think it started off.
November.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. It started off with No Movember or something like that, where you basically you men. I was about to say women. Men
That's just wrong.
actually, they don't shave for the month of November for some type where it started off to awareness for something.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was. And then so men all of a sudden start growing these, big thick beards. So nowadays, past like year or two, you see people with these big thick beards.
The James Harden look kind of thing.
Exactly. The James Harden look, the Rick Ross, the
boss. They call it boss beard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know because I can't grow one.
I tried. It didn't work out for me.
I just can't grow one, period. Because I got this little spot for those who go see on Facebook, right here in the middle of my chin, that I just
Exclusive.
can't. Yeah, I can't grow hair right there.
Okay.
And then when it grows on the side of my face, it grows all patchy, and so
Like spots.
I don't.
So do you ever do the blackout thing where you take the black grease
Oh, no.
and do all that?
sir.
Come on, man.
Because first of all, I sweat too much, so if I start sweating and it start dripping down my face, and people could be looking at me like, "Yo, what's going on?"
Was it
with the
Beijing?
side?"
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. I see people do it with their hairline.
Listen, hook
and I'm
it up.
like, bruh, no. We
That
need
go hard.
Yeah, just go ahead and shave it off. Just go ahead. And
Let
shave
it
off.
go. Let
But
it go.
for those who are like me who can't grow a beard, National No Beard Day is on the 18th.
Now, did that mean the
that's
ones who
Wednesday.
have to shave?
Right.
They ain't.
It took me a long time to get
But it's funny, no. But it's
Bruh.
funny though.
Say,
I was
Mr.
struggling.
Entertainment, you gonna shave it on Wednesday?
It took, it took all I had to get.
But
this.
it's funny because I'm a part of a marriage group on Facebook, and one lady was actually mentioning about a week or two ago that her husband was actually in the mirror shaving, and he actually nicked himself and shaved, like he actually missed and got a part of his beard, and so he had to wind up shaving it all off. And she was like, "I want my beard back." She was like,
It makes
"I
a
want my beard
difference.
back." I mean, I guess it does make a difference to do it. I'm like, to each his own. But I don't know the
This is
phenomenon.
one guy that goes to my church. He has like the coolest beard ever.
Really?
I mean, it looked like he put like conditioner and like
Soul
the whole
glow.
Yeah.
Bro, it got that juices and berries look. Like it just flow. Like he moves his face and his beard just be flowing. I'm like, dude, go on with that.
It's just something about a very nice manicured beard. It's
He got
just
that
very
perfect.
attractive.
It really is. Wait a minute. Hold on. I ain't saying attractive. You know what I'm trying to say? It's a nice beard.
No.
That's the word
But
I'm
now
using.
right, that's the word she's using. But now I feel kind of left out because I ain't got no
You're
beard.
fine.
No, but he get
I
all the
like your
ladies like they be
goatee.
all on his beard and stuff. They call him beard.
Really?
Yeah, and they be
call-
listen. I be like, yo, and he bald. He bald and beard.
Oh, that's perfect.
See, bald
See,
beard.
that's my excuse. I grew my hair out and I don't have a
That's
beard
perfect.
because I want to remain attractive only to my wife.
Listen,
Even though she's over here talking about that's perfect for a bald head man with a beard, which I
Ty.
have neither of.
I
we
liked
can't
you when you
win.
were bald too.
Cody, going with that, dude. Like,
Yeah, like
as
you said,
husbands,
we
we try
can't win.
everything, and you guys look at us like, yeah, I already got you. I'm just gonna lust over something else, just for a
That
minute.
is not true.
Whatever.
That's why she
I
can't
just
even
sit
say
there-
it with a straight face.
She can't because I be in the mirror. My wife look at me like, dude, put that away. I'm like, sweetie, I'm like Django for you right now. And she's like, gone with that. I'm like, really? Is that what we doing? Like, I'm trying to be right.
Because as men and as husbands, we try to put our best foot forward, and try to look good for our women.
And so do we.
I'm not saying y'all don't, but y'all knock us.
She missing the point. She's not trying to hear it.
Because men, we acknowledge, regardless of how our women look.
All the time.
We be like, oh, babe, you're beautiful.
Granny underwear.
We love your hair.
Everything.
We love, the rolls. We love the granny panties. We love all that. Women, on the other hand, it's just like, It was like, okay, well, dang, baby, you ain't realize. You're like, oh, let a woman come home. I got my nails done. You ain't see I got my nails done. Let a man sit there and shave his beard or get a fresh shape up, and it's kind of like, dude, oh, hey, how you doing? I
shaved like literally everything off. The kids was like, you got a beard. Mom came in a whole 3 days, and the kids was like really testing her, and they was like, Mom hasn't said anything about your beard yet. I said no, and they questioned her, and she was like, what? She was done.
I think that just goes to show that men are more visual creatures than women are.
Women get comfortable in a relationship.
I think both do. Both parties do get comfortable.
Not as comfortable as women. Cody, you're not getting with that.
And she can't even say it with a straight face. So that's what the part that's killing her over there.
Yes, I can.
That's the part that's really
that girl
say.
No, the other part of it though is we may not want to compliment. We may not tell you, but we are complimenting. Moment you get a compliment,
get that mohawk out of here,
through
Cody.
the roof,
man.
And then it's like,
you see how she did try to flip it after she just gave a whole compliment about everything that I'm not. But when I do get, it's like I don't want to give you a compliment because I want your head to get big.
No, that's not what I was saying because you cut me off. You wouldn't let me finish.
You get swole. That's my wife said. I don't want you already. You already conceited enough. If I keep telling you stuff, you get blown up in the head. All right.
Go ahead, Cody.
I digress.
She on fire tonight.
Carry on.
Yeah, she really is. On the 19th, and this is very. I have to get this one because we as a community need to do better. I actually have, if it wasn't for the help of Cody, I'd be still stuck somewhere in La La Land either. But it's National Get Smart About Your Credit Day.
Oh, wow.
Woo-hoo.
When is that? Let's get that out
That
there.
is on the 19th. National Get Smart About Your Credit Day. Y'all know the biggest fear that I had was just looking at my credit score. That was the biggest fear that I had. It was like, oh my God. But it was like, what is it to be afraid of? What is it going to bite me?
Like, it's just numbers and information.
Yeah, but I did not want to look at my credit score to save my life because I knew that it wasn't what I hoped and thought it would be. But it's not like at the same time it was going to magically appear either. So I knew I had to do something. So on National Get Smart About Your Credit Day, I challenge all of our listeners, all of our viewers, and everyone in between to try Credit Karma. I mean, Credit Karma is not an exact. I will tell you that. It may be off.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not an exact. It may be off by a few points here and there. I think it's a 15 to 20 point ratio that it may be off. But it still gives you a good idea about where you stand with your credit.
People know exactly where they stand. Pay your bills. Like, you ain't pay that bill.
But I will say, if you don't check your credit report, there may be erroneous information on there that by law can and will come off if the proper steps are followed. Trust me.
You can rent one day money. You was renting for 6 weeks and now all of a sudden you decided you're going to keep that furniture. Give it back.
Hey, rent center come back and collect that. They be knocking at your door with a quickness.
But no, on the real though, it was funny. Me and a friend of mine was talking last week. Did you know a small $300 credit card can boost your credit score if you just don't max it out and just use it for a whole year, keep it consistent, and just make little payments on it, can give you at least 100+ points on your credit.
Secure credit cards are the way to go to start out. And I also would give everybody the information to not use more than 30% of the credit limit on the card, because if you use more than that, it impacts your score negatively as well. So be mindful of that too.
Pay your bills.
Yes, pay your bills. Last two, let me knock out right quick because these two I really am looking forward to. National Sweetest Day. I think we covered this one last year. I think that was a Midwestern thing in lieu of Valentine's Day, right?
In addition to
Valentine's Day. So what is actually National Sweetest? I keep saying Swedish, like Swedish fish. Sweetest Day. Since you're from the Midwest, y'all,
It's just celebrating your sweetie, be it significant other, be it close friendship, be it whatever. It's just another day to celebrate.
The reason I asked that is because I initially heard that it was like opposite day. Like, so usually on Valentine's Day, men are the ones who are traditionally the romantic ones they got to do for their wives or their significant others, blah, 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 blah. And I thought National Sweetest Day was the opposite, where women
get you chocolate.
If it may not be chocolate. I mean, you maybe want flowers or you may want to go on a date, but it's a woman's, I ain't gonna say responsibility or job, but it's usually the woman who actually goes
the reverse
says,
role of surprise, whatever.
No, I didn't never hear that. No.
We
When I was in the Midwest and celebrated Sweetest Day, I always got the gifts.
See, we just trying to get some pubs. Y'all get everything.
We can't get compliments. We can't get daggone gifts or Sweetest Day.
Compliments.
Dude, you know what? I'll take edible arrangements. I like fruit. Listen.
They're very good, aren't they?
They really are.
Yeah, I like fruit. I like
Have
flowers.
you ever had an edible arrangement?
I haven't had one in a long time, and usually when I get them for Cody, which hasn't been in a while, I'll admit that, I usually eat some of hers.
They are so good.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
So I have never gotten you one?
I said I haven't gotten.
See, he don't remember. Cody's been. If it's been over a year, he forgot.
You know what? I'm gonna fix both of y'all.
Where that bell come from?
I was trying to take up for you.
Oh no, I'm with you. That's why you got the bell, bro.
That was a bailout plan. That was one of them Obama bailout plans. Listen.
And last but not least is National Mother-in-Law Day. I had to make that last, and that's on the 22nd, National Mother-in-Law Day.
We need to rephrase that and say National Mother-in-Love Day.
I have, and I challenge any of y'all on Facebook, on WB&D Radio, and TuneIn. I got one of the best mother-in-laws.
Yeah, I really do.
I dare you tell me something about your mother-in-law that's better than mine.
Is she listening right now?
803-692-6370.
Racking up.
Tell me about, Tell me about your mother-in-law. I bet you mine is better than yours. 803-692-6370. But it's funny though. Mr. Entertainment. Now, is this an old? Why my father told me this, and it was funny because I was watching TV last night. I was watching something with Survivor's Remorse on Stars last night, and I heard something that my father told me when I was younger, and I just thought it was so hilarious. When you actually choose your significant other, when your spouse, before you make a commitment, observe her mama.
Oh, I did.
So that way you get to see what she looked like. You get to see how she act, and you get to see everything in between. So observe her mama first, and then that kind of gives you a little bit of insight on what you're getting yourself into as a husband.
Dude, my wife act just like her mama.
She's coughing as she coughs in the background.
She's in denial. But I'm telling you, I was afraid that it was going to happen, and I didn't see it early on. But when I tell you, as she grooms, identical.
Seriously?
It's so scary.
So is it just acting, or is it just? No, I mean, like, just her mannerisms or act, or is it also the way she looks and everything?
Oh, they look like twins. She's a younger version of her mama. Her mama hot. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Man,
her mama chain dog for real.
Man,
and
if I was 20, 30 years older, my mama-in-law would. No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
But mama-in-law, but you know what though? But mama-in-law, mama-in-law is like, now I would challenge you on mama-in-laws for real, because she is like straight ride or die chick. And she's one of them, and she lives about 3.5 hours away. Okay. And we can call her like, hey mom, we need you to come down, something's going down next week. She'll be here, take time off work, spend a week back and forth like it ain't nothing. Holidays, I mean, she is in that car coming to see Boo Thang and the kids. So I'm telling you, she is straight thug.
Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I'm
for real. Like I'm talking about 3.5 hours back and forth, literally in this 2-day span. Like it ain't nothing.
Wow.
Consistent year after year. She never lets us down. Every birthday, every holiday, money is in the mailbox like clockwork on the day.
That's what's up.
I don't know how she do that. Mom got that clock thing down pat, dude.
That's their job as mother-in-laws or mother-in-laws.
She crucial.
Now, if you want to see a younger version of my mother-in-law, Cody had to say it herself the other day. She was like, oh my God. She was like, I look just like my mother.
Wow.
And I'm like, yes, you do.
Wow.
She looks just like her mother.
I think my mom is a little bit better, but just a little, because I know she's listening.
Do you guys act the same? Did she pick up on the traits?
Cody says I act more like her mother than
he does. Oh my
we think alike,
gosh! A lot of times I'm like, did I marry my mother?
Oh my, that's scary.
In a good way. Yeah. A good annoying way.
But you leave home and it's like, Mom, you're in my ear.
Yes, that's it.
Sheesh. Maurice says he loves his in-laws as well. I'm telling you, it's something special when you have great in-laws in your family, because not everybody has that.
It makes a difference.
It does make a difference. When they're not in your business, it lets you, but yet they can still be a listening ear when you need it. But at the same time, say, I'm not going to jump in your business because that is your business. That's your household type thing.
That's the one thing I do appreciate about my mom. She does not give a biased opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And she lets me know, which is
once again why I love my mother-in-law.
And
there she goes chiming in, "Oh, I love my tie, and you can have your tie."
And she already said Cody is the most beautiful. That's because y'all look alike. It does make a huge difference, Maurice. It makes a huge difference. Y'all, we are getting ready to get into the second part of our show. But before we do, let me tell you, for those who are in the Charlotte area, we have Man Cave coming up this weekend. We need the sound effects. We ain't got no sound effects. No.
I'll make sure I get that to you.
I'm on an island out here by myself. Man Cave is coming up this weekend. For those who don't know what Man Cave is, a purposeful life coaching, which is Ty and Cody. We basically have established an outlet for us husbands. Women have so much, and I say that not in a bad way, because I think it's good for women to be able to have an outlet, and women to be able to do the things that they do, to be able to refresh, and because women do a lot for the household. But at the same time, like we mentioned earlier, men don't get a lot of credit. Men don't open up. Men don't do a lot of things. And this is something that allows men to be able to open up. We have Man Cave here in the Charlotte area. And basically we get together, all the guys, no women allowed, no children allowed. And no, it's not a gripe session, but it is a session for us husbands to get together and fellowship. Us husbands to get together and talk. Us husbands to get together and bounce things off one another. What Mr. Entertainment may have gone through, I may be going through. So I may be able to talk to him, and he may be able to give me some good insight and wisdom on just being a man, being a husband, being a father, and vice versa. I may be going something, I may have been through something that Mr. Entertainment may be going through right now. And he wants to, bounce it off the other guys. And so that's what Man Cave is. So if you're interested in coming to Man Cave this weekend in the Charlotte area, feel free, because we will be here from 2 to 4 p.m. Charlotte, North Carolina. Mr. Entertainment, give us the address, please. 7716
Pence Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28215 Suite C. That is 7716 Pence Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28215. That is Suite C.
Thank you, sir. It is Man Cave, Men About Nuptials. Y'all, we are getting ready to take a very quick break, and we will be right back at you. Don't go nowhere. Again, we are talking about Second Chances Part 2. What now? We'll be right back. Share the video. Ty and Cody on Purpose.
Are you cooking tonight? Yes, if we're not going out tonight now. How was your day?
Fine. How was your day?
Fine. Do you want to go to a movie? I'm good.
Does this look like your marriage? Does your marriage feel strained?
Do you feel like your marriage is slipping away? Is your communication not effective?
Reboot your marriage with the Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching, where we're here to help guide and give you the tools you need to make your marriage healthy and successful.
Visit us at aplmcoaching.com.
Or you may contact us via email at coach@aplmcoaching.com, or give us a call at 888-466-6104. Live purposefully.
Love purposefully.
Because your marriage matters.
show with WB.
Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning.
Welcome back.
Ty and Cody on Purpose are back live on Yo Radio, WBNDradio.com. What's going on, Facebook family? What's going on, Facebook friends? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just saw a name on Facebook that I haven't seen in quite some time. And Lord Jesus, I need you, Joy Wiggs. Where was I? Okay, I'm in the studio live on Facebook. 803-692-6370 is the number in the studio. We are live and we are talking about Second Chances Part 2. Don't forget, as I mentioned earlier, today's show for this month is brought to you by Small Business Specifics. Again, Small Business Specifics is offering complimentary social media profile audits until the end of November. Call today, 704-999-2896, 704-999-2896, or visit smallbusinessspecifics.com. Yes, that is for all those people who out there who own their business and just got so much going on that they don't have an opportunity to run their business. This gives you an opportunity to get back to running your business each and every day. So go ahead and visit Small Business Specifics. What's going on, E? Appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget, share the video if you're on Facebook. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tell your neighbors. Ty and Cody on Purpose are live on the radio. If you have not joined the text club, go ahead and join the Purposeful Life Marriage Text Club. Very simple to do. Text the letters APLMC. Stands for A Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching, APLMC, to the number 81680. It should be on your screen if I'm not mistaken, for those who are on Facebook. And again, it's very simple. It's a text club for Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching. We just try to give you all a word of encouragement Monday through Friday to help you make it through this thing called marriage. Marriage is a journey, and we want to see you make it all the way through to the end. Today, again, last week we were actually talking about second chances. And I actually posed the question to a lot of people, to our Facebook and social media family, our Instagram and Twitter family. Would you want a second chance if you had messed up? And most people, and I say most because there was a few who actually said no, they would not want a second chance from their spouse. Said yeah, they would want a second chance. And we even had a caller who called in and was talking about a second chance situation that he was going through with his significant other. I think it was his wife, right?
Yes.
Yeah, with his wife. And so, brother, I hope you give us a call. We were more than happy to help you out. But this week, now that you've gotten your second chance, what you gonna do with it, Mr.
What you gonna do with it? Listen.
What you gonna do with that second chance? So now that I've gotten my second chance, what now?
It all depends on how it went down, right? So for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, like I want a second chance because I knew early on that I wasn't right within, and my second chance gave me a chance to get it right, and I really seized the moment. Like I'm looking at it every single day as a work in progress, right? And one of the biggest things that I don't want to do is I don't want to relapse and get caught up in the moment that I haven't been forgiven, because that's the part that we tend to sometimes get caught up in is, am I really forgiven? Am I worthy enough to be forgiven? And can I move on knowing I messed up? And then trying to read the other person's mind like, well, is that person really forgiven for what happened, and are they really over it? You know what I'm saying? And now you playing double dutch in your head rather than living life, going through the process, knowing that our Savior himself already done the forgiving already. Right, exactly. So now I can receive that and be able to move on with the process.
But see, you brought up some very good points, because I know when you mess up, one of the things that you do for those who want to be forgiven is you ask for forgiveness, right? And usually if you are truly sorry for what you did and you do want that second chance, because again, some people, they're like, I screwed up, so what? I'm just going to do me. But some people actually, like you said, have that moment of remorse and say, I got to do better. And because sometimes second chances work out for the better because you learn from your mistakes.
Absolutely.
But you also, like you said, play double dutch on the other hand with is my spouse doing the forgive versus the forget thing? Like, are they telling me they forgive me, but are they, because they have not forgotten, and we're not expecting them to necessarily forget, every time something comes up, are you going to throw it in my face?
Right.
Like, that means in my personal opinion, that means you truly have not forgiven me.
Yeah. And to your point, if you say you've forgiven me, then give me that opportunity to walk it out. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's easy to say you forgive and then become judgmental as you're baiting me up to try and see if I'll
do it again.
Absolutely. And now it's like, where's the checks and balances at? Is that fair to me? Well, I forgive you, but I'm gonna give you this rope because you ain't gonna hurt me again. So it's kind of like, you know what? I get it. So even as I don't know who's the victim there, because it's kind of like, but even as the person, it's like, you know what? I don't want to screw up, and that person has the right and the freedom to say, you know what? I need enough time to see how this is going to work. Because you could easily say, you know what, I give up because you screwed up. Or give me enough time to let me go through my process because everybody's different.
Right.
You're allowed that. I'm sorry. Like, you allowed to go through your process.
You should be.
And some people ask the question, well, how long should one have to go through that process? And I remember hearing someone recently say, as long as it took you to make the offense.
Yeah. I think I remember you talking about.
Right?
Okay.
So, and I thought about that. It's like, that's pretty fair. I like that. However, I'm not sure that will work in every situation because again, that's subjective and everyone takes their,
So watch this. So there's a thing called lingering smells, right? So as long as it takes, right? So how long you want to keep garbage in your house? So if you let things linger, at some point it's going to smell.
Right.
So you have to clean it up. And in order to clean it up, you got to get it out. Like, you can't brush it to the side.
Yeah.
No.
Like, the mess up is what it is. It's a mess.
Right.
Exactly.
So when you clean up, that's where that forgiving thing comes in at. Like, you have to forgive. Forgiveness. If Jesus said, you know what, let's look, all our dirt. Come on, dude, for real.
Yeah, I mean, because if
he
if he didn't forgive, exactly,
Man,
if he didn't forgive us for all the things that we've done,
y'all can get me started. I can go all night with this one, but yeah.
Okay. So to your point, though, when you actually forgive, or if you do, or if your spouse does actually forgive, do you go back to the way things used to be?
No,
you can't, because that is where the issue started.
No. Not to the point where the issue started, but from point A, from when we first met.
We were madly in love.
Right.
We were ride or die. I trusted you, and now the trust was broken.
Yeah.
Right. Now watch this. Something changed because what don't break you make you stronger.
Right.
So we had this first chapter that we were lovey-dovey-dovey until reality sets, because you got to remember, like, seriously, truly, like, in a perfect world, yes, but when reality hits and you're faced with a certain obstacle, like I said, it's easy to say I quit, but if you can hang in there, it's gonna make your bond stronger.
Oh yeah.
And then as you, because watch,
provided that both are in agreement and both are working towards
and
it.
ready to grow.
Right.
Like, growth says I can move on.
Right.
And work this thing out.
Because it's a challenge from both sides. It's a challenge from me as an offender to get myself going back, and it's a challenge for me as a offendee.
Yeah. I like I couldn't think of the word. I like
offendee to say, okay, am I strong enough to be able to forgive? Am I strong enough to be able to move forward with my spouse or, now that they have offended me, or now that they've done something. So it's a challenge from both sides. And like you said, for both to be able to say, hey, I want to make this work. I screwed up. I need to do better. Yes, you screwed up. You need to do better, but I'm willing to work with you and be with you because you've shown remorse, or whatever the case is, and you've become such a stronger couple working through that together.
And it's going to stretch you, and in order to grow, you got to get stretched.
You have to be stretched.
And if you can't stretch, then you're going to become stale, and you're going to draw up at some point. You're never going to grow.
Exactly. 803-692-6370 is the number here in the studio. For those who are tuned in, you have tuned in to the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. We are talking about second chances. What now? So now that you've actually, again, somebody's offended you, somebody's done something to make you go, you know what? I don't know if I really want to be in this relationship anymore. I don't know if I really want to be in this marriage anymore, but I think I'm willing to stick it through. I think I'm strong enough to be able to make it through. What now? What now? And you actually touched on something very good just a moment ago on how to forgive your partner who actually has offended you. The very first thing you must do is be open and receptive to forgiveness.
Yeah. And understand that, love don't change, because my wife used to tell me all the time, some days I don't like you. I don't like what you did. I don't like how you treated me, but I will always love you. And that love is what allows her to kind of look past my faults and some of my unworthy behavior sometimes, because I can be a pain. You listen, work in progress.
So let me ask you this question. Have you noticed with women, if a man messes up, and sometimes men are this way too, but I've just noticed it with women because I'm a man and I've messed up in the past. Yeah. But with women, they want to know the exact reason of why you did what you did to mess up. Some do.
I see a lot.
And it's that word closure, right? Men do it too. And I'm playing back in my head when I was younger. I always would want that, but in really, I didn't want it because I wasn't able to accept it. But to be able to hear it, it just added fuel to my fire.
Right.
And now I have all this ammunition built up, and now I'm a walking click, 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 and about to explode. So what's this? Accept the apology you're never gonna get. Right. So once I've made my mind up, is you is or is you ain't, did you did or did you not, like whether you tell me yes or no, it's not gonna really make a difference. It's, am I willing to move on and work through the process of even thinking about what was the possibilities? Because if you tell me yes just to say, okay, if that's what you want, I'm gonna give you your yes, even though it could be no. You won't know unless that person is really 100% truthful. But now you have to play out in your mind what's true to you.
Exactly, because you have to accept that you may never know the true reason for the transgressions or mistake or behavior that was made.
Walk out your own truth.
Exactly.
And what I've learned to accept is sometimes not knowing is a gift in itself.
Dude.
Because the truth may do more damage than good.
Now I'm gonna go back again, though. I gotta flip back around.
Okay.
Not knowing will drive you crazy sometimes too. It will flip you over the end.
A lot of times it does.
But to your point, not knowing is sometimes better, because I don't know what I would do.
But is that a personal self-esteem type issue, like ego type thing? Yeah. Because I don't know what I did wrong to make you go out there and do what you did or didn't do or whatever the case.
Sometimes it's justification.
I don't know if I agree with that statement, though. What I did wrong to make you do wrong, to go out and do wrong, because I can't control what you do.
To what he said, like he said, some people can't handle the fact of they don't know, because they're looking at it as if, okay, well, dang, what is the reason you went out there and did something? What is the reason you did this? Was it something that I did that make you? Was it something that I was lacking? Should I have done more of this? Should I have done more of that? So some people, like you said, some people can't handle the fact of, okay, I don't know, because then I have to look at myself.
Here's another key that a lot of people don't.
And that's not victim blaming.
Yeah, a lot of people don't look at it like this. Hurt people hurt other people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look back at childhood, when you look back, and I'm not making excuses, this is truth. When you look at a person and how they brought up, and you see that they duplicate what they saw, what they went through from childhood,
right,
you got to take that into accountability and say, you know what, that person needs help. That person needs counseling, and look at the patterns and the behaviors, and it stems all the way down to the children. And the child can say, I'm not going to be like my daddy, but guess what usually happens?
You wind up being like your daddy. And that's true because, and I'll give my own personal testament to that. My family, my parents, went through divorce, and I was probably about 12. And that was one of the things that, as I grew up, I knew, because I even told Cody from day one, anybody I've ever dated knows my perfect ideal relationship and family was the Cosby Show. Sorry, it wasn't my own mother, and sorry, it wasn't my own father. Yeah. But it was the Cosby Show. Wow. And so when my parents got divorced, and, they're going through this, that, and the third, and I see this, that, and the third going on in a household and a relationship, and I'm torn between two different houses. In my mind, I'm thinking, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through that same situation. I don't want to, do those type of things. And like you said, however, when I got older, unfortunately, that was something that I did. I did go through a divorce period, from my first wife. And in my mind, I'm thinking, dang, I did exactly what I said I did not want to do because I saw my parents go through this same type thing.
How'd you push through though? Like, what was that push point that said, you know what, I can make something out of this though?
Because after my divorce, I knew that I still wanted to love.
Okay.
I knew that while I knew the Cosby Show was a false reality and was something on TV, I knew it was something that can still be obtainable. I knew that love still existed, and I can still have love with somebody.
Wow.
And so instead of giving up on love, instead of saying, you know what, I screwed up or she screwed up or whatever it was, let me go out here and see, if I can truly make my heart happy or if I can make someone else happy and vice versa, and go back out there and do this marriage thing. And that's what I did. And that's truthfully why and how I started a Purposeful Life marriage coaching as well.
So good. How easy is it to take ownership though for your responsibilities? You know what I'm saying? Like, because for me, I take one on the chin. Like, I'm so quick to look in the mirror and say, you know what, that wasn't nice.
99.9% of people do not like looking in the mirror. They like doing this, pointing the finger at somebody, not realizing you still got all these other fingers pointing back at you. Most people do not like doing that.
So
I think it takes a mature person to be able to do that.
From a coaching standpoint, is it hard to pull that out of people, to get them to see themselves in their own shoes?
Of course, and that's because, again, it's easier to point out the flaws in someone else than to rather look at yourself and say, again, what part did I play or what part did I not play? Or while you may not be a perfect person, I have to realize that I'm not a perfect person either, and it may not have pushed you to do what you did or did not do, but at the same time, I do have my own flaws. And thus, that's one of the reasons why I say, if Cody were to screw up, God forbid, or if somebody else was to screw up, that I can say, yes, I forgive you and I'm willing to give you a second chance, because I'm not a perfect person. And I know as many times as I've screwed up, God has forgiven me. And as many times I've said, God, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, love me, love me, love me, he has done it each and every time. So how can I consider myself to be that much greater than he is to say I can't give her a second chance?
Yeah. And my wife says this all the time. And I didn't, like, that's why I got a little bit of hurt knowing that, I'm not the perfect person kind of thing. But she always says, I'm not going to be your baby mama. I'm not going to keep doing this over and over again. We're going to get it right. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give you the opportunity to get it right. And that was my wake up moment, because I used to say it every single year, I want a divorce. Gotcha. I ain't never went nowhere, but I say it every single year for probably about 15 years. Like, it just kept coming. I'm done with you. But what am I really done with? And then, like I said, I finally looked in the mirror and said, dude, it's you.
Yeah.
Like, it's you. Like, wake up. Like, smell the coffee. And I woke up.
Our thing, go ahead, Cody.
Go ahead.
Our thing for Purposeful Life Coaching is we sign off with this every day at the end of every show is live purposefully, love purposefully. Yes. So you have to make a purposeful effort to be able to make your relationship work. So if you screwed up, Fine, okay, but what are you going to do from that point? Are you going to stay stuck from the point you screwed up? Are you going to go back and redo those same mistakes?
Yeah.
No. If you're the person who was on the receiving end of the screw up, what are you doing to make the relationship better? What are you doing to help make your spouse better? Again, it like you said, it's something you have to do intentionally in order to make your marriage a success. You have to live purposefully and you have to love purposefully.
So for those people who say, no, I wouldn't give a second chance because I wouldn't want a second chance, it could very well be because they know that if they were to give that second chance, they may not be able to let that go. So why punish themselves as well as the other person by trying something that they emotionally can't let go?
That's a painful looking relationship.
Very much
because it's like, I want to, but I can't. And it shows. But is that possible though? Is that possible at some point to say, because watch this, in my hand is guilt, shame, and everything, and I want to hold on to this for the rest of my life. Like, can we at some point, listeners, say, you know what, I don't want this anymore, I'm going to let it go? It's as simple as saying, I choose to let it go. It's a choice.
It is very much so.
And you have to sit there and decide what choice you want to make. Or are you going to choose ye wisely? Are you going to continue to hold on to it, or are you going to drop and let it go? So I have a couple things written down here on, for marriages, on how to forgive your partner or how to even ask for forgiveness in your partner. So if you're asking for forgiveness, again, because we want to know what now. Now that I've gotten the second chance, what now? Be willing. My words got all tongue tied. Be willing to make a commitment not to hurt your spouse again by repeating that hurtful behavior. So again, you have to make that conscious effort. Accept the consequences of the action that created the hurt. A lot of us, when we screw up, we want to kind of get off scot-free. Kind of like, I messed up. You just gonna let me slide with this one? No. Sometimes you got to suffer the consequences to be able to do that.
For every action, there's a reaction.
Exactly. And you have to be open to making amends. You have to, while you messed up, you also have to be open to making amends to make this thing work. And the most important thing is you have to make a heartfelt and verbal apology that includes a plan of action on how to make it right. You could just saying, I'm sorry, and I got this from Cody, I'm sorry, babe, and she'll look at me and she'll go, sorry for what? Like, you can't just tell me you sorry, because you just saying you sorry don't mean nothing. So if I have to say I'm sorry for, and then give a plan of action. Not to say I have to, but give a plan of action. Right, you're taking accountability for you messing up in the first place, and then give a plan of action moving forward on how we can move forward together. No, not how can I move forward by myself, not how can you move forward forgiving me, but how can we move forward together.
I think it's important. I know we talk a lot about the 5 love languages and Dr. Gary Chapman and the work that he's done. In addition to that, he has also written a book called The 5 Languages of Apology. It's very important to know the primary apology language of your spouse or significant other, so that you know that how you're apologizing really hits to the heart to them. So I'll post some information about that a little later on. Heard that. Yeah, it's quite profound, the study that he's shown, that everyone has a primary apology language. So be it expressing regret, I'm sorry, be it accepting responsibility, I was wrong, requesting forgiveness, please forgive me, genuinely repenting, I'll try not to do it again, or making restitution. What can I do to make it right? And for some, it can be a conglomerate of all 5, but typically you have a primary apology language.
That's good.
Yeah, you have to learn. It's great to learn your spouse's apology language, because you could be sitting there, because in your mind you're thinking, I said I was sorry. but she's looking at you, or he's looking at you and going, okay, that means nothing to me. That means absolutely nothing to me.
So they're words but no action.
Exactly.
Right.
Mike Robertson on Facebook says, some people just can't let go of the hurt. Infidelity or non-negotiable. They say they forgive, but future actions of the partner tie back to that hurt. Yes, that is very true, which is a very a key reason why you can't, if you're going to forgive, like Mr. Entertainment says, you truly have to forgive. You can't later back and you say, I'm going to throw this in your face when something else happens, or you feel like something's going to happen. It may not happen, but the first thing you want to do is, well, you did this, or remember when you did this, and it's like, well, dang, you going to keep throwing that in my face? Can we not move forward together? And
I think both partners have to agree, once we've come to a consensus that we're going to move forward, the slate starts clean again, and you have to make the commitment not to bring that back up. And if you do, what's the consequences of bringing that back up?
Yeah.
I love it. I love my wife, man, because I keep saying it. Our testimonies speak for itself because we were able to go through that fire. When I said it made us stronger, now when we're talking to other people, they're looking at us like, but how? It's a choice.
It is a choice.
When you put your foot down and says, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to do it, and we are going to do it together, I'm telling you, you can do it. And then now it's that couple's choice to say, you know what, I want to duplicate that. Show me how. Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching is.
And Maurice is right. Getting to the root of the problem helps with forgiveness. I think a lot of times couples deal with the symptoms versus the root of the problem.
That's very
true. So you have to be able to communicate and speak truthfully. What's the why?
Maurice hit that on the point because you can easily watch this. So you could do over the counter or you can do straight surgery and sit in the chair and iron your conversations out. So again, I'm gonna go back again because this show is so, I wish I had a big word. Is it intuitive? My wife would get on me because I don't get my words right.
What's today? National Dictionary.
I need a big word. But it is so, like, we want to put Band-Aids and we want to put over-the-counter stuff
quick
on
fixes.
our situation. Yeah, man. It don't work that way sometimes. It'll cover it up, but at some point it's going to expose itself again.
The Band-Aid get wet, it comes right back off.
Y'all got to come here to 7716 Pence Road, Suite C. Sit in that chair. It's the first office to your right and have the conversation.
888-466-6104 is the number for a Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching if you are needing assistance. Marriage, like other close relationships, needs forgiveness to thrive. Remember that everyone makes mistakes. We all do. We all have bad or grumpy days. Many people just say things they don't mean now and then. Everyone needs to forgive and to be forgiven. This is especially true if the person who hurt you is attempting to make amends and seek forgiveness. I think everyone, in my personal opinion, deserves a second chance.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so, again, now that you've gotten that second chance, don't screw it up. Make the best of it because, again, you can learn from your mistakes and make the best of your marriage, make the best of your relationship. And like Mr. Entertainment says earlier, what does not kill you makes you stronger. Just imagine how strong your marriage or your relationship can be once you get to the other side and say, this is where we came from. I mean, I know, not that I'm looking forward to any bad times, but I know that's what goes in my mind whenever Cody and I have something going on. Whenever she and I have something going on, I think in my mind, once we get to the end of this and we can actually work this thing together, one, we're not going to repeat the same mistakes, and then two, how much better, how much stronger we'll be as a couple.
And realize what you're up against too, and know that the opposition is against you at all times. So know the tricks of the enemy and know your strong points and come against those things. Find balances though, because you have a work-life balance. It's the same thing. So when you, and again, I'm spiritual, so I'm gonna have to talk spiritual. You got to get a prayer life together. You got to get a date life together, and just really put all those things in perspective.
Yes.
Perfect.
Perfect. Exactly. Yo, I appreciate. I love you all too. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sharing. The Ty and Cody on Purpose show appreciates your love and your support. We could not do this without you. Again, the purpose of our show is to help you through this thing called marriage, this journey called marriage. We are Marriage Unfiltered each and every Monday right here on WBND Radio and on TuneIn and Facebook Live. And Mr. Entertainment also reminded me not too long ago on your Fire Stick. If you got Fire Stick, you can actually go to TuneIn. You can get us on WBND. Google, WBND, exactly. Don't forget to hit up WBNDradio.com, the webpage and the app if you have not downloaded the app. Because I guarantee you, you will be blessed because we are letting our voice be heard here on WBND Radio. We will see you all next Monday, same time, same place. Same station where we live purposefully.
Love purposefully.
Peace. See you later. Facebook family.
Thank
we
you
appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in. Each and every one of y'all for giving your love and your support and your comments. Yes. Mike, Leon, Maurice, Eric, Chris, everybody in between. We appreciate you all. If I left you out, charged to my head, not my heart, I love you. Again, we couldn't do this without you. Again, don't forget, you can share the video with your family. You can share the video with your friends. We love to keep the conversation going on social media. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. On the Ty and Cody on Twitter, because they couldn't let us do the whole thing. But hit us up on all the social media sites. We love to have the conversation with you all. We love to help you go through this marriage journey. Again, if you all need any type of assistance in your marriage, be sure to hit us up. Coach@aplmcoaching.com. Again, that's coach@aplmcoaching.com or 888-466-6104. We'll be glad to help and assist you, even if there's nothing wrong. You just want to just take your marriage to a new level. We'll be more than happy to help you go through, get through it. We will see you all next week, same time, same place. Peace.